Blame Truth here, and if you got one of my Codfather koozies from my merch store, then you might want to do what I'm about to do right here and open up a Blameweiser. Here we go. Oh, yeah, that's good. You know what? This isn't a beer where I'm like angry and I'm upset and I need to drink it to relieve stress. No. This is a celebratory beer. This is a beer that I am drinking and I'm smiling the entire time because these stupid fucks at Infinity Ward have been served their papers by a prominent leaker, a friend of mine. And I'm just happy as a clam, you know? Seriously, I am. If you are also happy as a clam because I'm providing you some OG 2012 MW3 gameplay, then do me a favor, do me a solid, like this video, consider subscribing, and also just drop a support comment because I have super big, powerful AQRC in this video, and supposedly you'll learn a lot if you watch this particular commentary. I don't even know how to get to all the news I have today. It's going to be a bit of an ADHD video. We have a lot of things to cover. Dare I say a helping and a half of meat and potatoes. So let's just get right on into the video here because, viewer, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So I guess I should cover the good news for Call of Duty because even a broken clock is right twice a day. Now Call of Duty is just, I mean, it's dead in the water on Steam charts. It's the lowest player count we've pretty much ever seen. Roblox actually passed it on console. No shit. It actually passed it on PlayStation. So they're actually having to try some this year. Too little too late for a lot of people. However, the new Warzone update looks pretty good. They're actually bringing back Blackout, which is the only battle royale that interested me for at least a little bit of time, honestly, when they released that back with Black Ops 4. So Charles Bartholomew Intel says, new Black Ops Royale is coming to Warzone. Blackout inspired, no loadouts, drop in and loot up, start with a pistol and wingsuit, no buy station and no gulag, redeploy is available, tiered armor vests, played on Avalon, 100 players, and it launches March 12th at 9 p.m. Pacific. That is honestly a good sounding change and the refresher I think that Warzone needed to not be a stale pile of shit. It's a pretty good segue into today's sponsor as well, which is Warzone Agent. If you are tired of sweaty lobbies and cheaters and stuff like that, then Warzone Agent is your ace in the hole. Warzone Agent gives you an approximate lobby KD ratio and lets you know if you're in a sweatfest or a noob stomping ground. It works on Warzone, like I said, but it also works on Black Ops 6 and 7, 6-7. So whatever you're playing, it'll help you out. The best thing about Warzone Agent is it works on all gaming platforms, PC and console, because it's web-based and it's also not against TOS. There's nothing to download or anything, so you will be just fine to use it. So guys, head on over to warzoneagent.com and start enjoying Call of Duty again and knowing what you're actually getting into with the new Blackout drop. So anyway, that's about it for good news, for them at least, for them. There is some good news for us, and I am so happy to be sharing this. So, do you know how I've been covering the petty trillion-dollar company just disowning any leaker? They're saying anybody leaking anything is full of shit, essentially. I've been covering that quite a bit. They have it out for Ghost of Hope. They have someone watching his account like a hawk, like a weird stalker. And basically everything he leaks out, they publicly say it's a lie, it's not true, whatever. The problem is that Ghost of Hope is telling the truth, and Call of Duty is just vibe coding. And if you don't believe me, take a look at this. This is just, it's insane. So Craftsy here is a prominent Call of Duty leaker as well, and he had this to say today. The Infinity Ward devs have been tinkering with things since they came out to debunk the Ghost of Hope's claims, which were true, but now it should be a bit like MW 2023 and MW 2019. This guy replies and says, that's fucking insane. Now tell us if the minimap will actually work and if dead silence is still a perk. They're seeing the sentiment of these leaks, and then if the sentiment is bad, they seem to be changing things behind the scene because they have no idea what the fuck they're actually doing. No one knows anything as far as how to make a good Call of Duty anymore. It's why the game is at record low numbers across the board. I'm not making any of that up. I'm not just saying that for the sake of it. In fact, I have been calling this. I have been saying that this is going to happen if they keep fucking us over, shitting the bed, making bad games, and lo and behold, I was absolutely right. Did I get any apologies for anyone saying that I was a grifter or I was just bullshitting or rage baiting or whatever? Fuck no, I didn't, despite the fact that I have been right since the goddamn beginning. You know I have. Regardless, I'm not here to gloat that I was right. I am simply here to say that we are in control now, it seems. Truthfully, we've always been in control, but no one's realized that the power of their dollar, especially collectively, if we all got on the same fucking page, we could mold this game to be exactly how we want it. Now that there's some competition in the space, now that there are some extraction shooters kind of taking the shine off of Call of Duty, they are forced to do what we want and not the other way around. Ghost of Hope actually responded to all of this, though, and take a look at what he has to say here. So Ghost of Hope says, the idea of $1 billion studio changing their entire design philosophy for their next game because a leaker leaked their game would be dog shit, and it got 5K likes and millions of views on Twitter.com. I mean, he's absolutely fucking right here. You might be thinking, well, this is a good thing though, BT. This is a good thing. They're changing their minds here. They're actually listening to the community. Infinity Turd, the worst goddamn fucking FPS devs I have ever had the displeasure of covering on the fucking internet, have finally learned their lesson and they're listening to us. But no, guys, as with everything in life, as with everything involving this garbage franchise, this dumpster fire of a franchise, it is never, ever, ever that simple. And Ghost of Hope backs this up. So this guy says, I was expecting this, not gonna lie. The game will be dog shit anyway. And Hope says, oh, it'll be a half-assed apology to players they fucked over. I expect red dots, ninja perk, slide cancel at best, and the rest will be terrible maps, terrible spawns, terrible matchmaking, etc. Imagine Modern Warfare 3, a decent Call of Duty. I'm not going to say it's good or I would be bullshitting you guys, but Modern Warfare 3, not the OG. The OG is one of the best Call of Duty games of all time. But no, I'm talking about the remake or whatever, the Sledgehammer MW Roman numeral 3 or whatever it was. That was a decent Call of Duty by the end of it because it was Sledgehammer fixing all the things wrong from Infinity Ward's game. It sounds like Infinity Ward is just going to be trying to mimic Sledgehammer games with Modern Warfare 3, and then they're going to give us this bastardized Modern Warfare 2 clone with Modern Warfare 4 here. That's all it's going to be. And I hate to say this, but this whole thing, man, this whole thing is going to blow up in their face because the people that are going to buy Infinity Ward's terrible Call of Duty games, like the 60-year-old dads in front of their 90-inch TVs eating, walnuts and listening to Def Leppard, they are going to expect a certain type of play style with Infinity Ward's Call of Duty. That's just what they are going to do. They're not going to like the, Modern Warfare 3 or even Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7 style. I mean, they're all dog shit. They're different ways, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the people that are Infinity Ward fanboys have a certain expectation. If Infinity Ward just decides to, give us Modern Warfare 3 features, but poorly implemented, it is going to be, like, they can't please anyone. It's going to be an absolute fucking disaster, the likes you have never seen. I'm not just saying this for effect here. Please don't think I am. You guys know I really speak my mind when I give you my opinions on things and when I make these predictions and whatnot, but I truly do predict that this game will be the nail in the fucking coffin for Call of Duty. And this might seem like a dramatic thing here, but I have watched Call of Duty go from number one, the Call of Duty HQ go from number one on Xbox and PlayStation and have a pretty healthy player base on Steam, dropping to number 4 on PlayStation, number number 2 or 3 on Xbox and being non-existent on Steam in the span of a year. I have called everything about this franchise, and I'm calling it again. This game will be the nail in the coffin, especially when you put it up against the monster that is GTA 6. Whatever Battlefield is going to do, I don't think Ubisoft is going to make any headway with their X-Defiant 2 clone or whatever they're releasing around that time as well. But there's also a juicy rumor going around, which just solidifies my prediction if it ends up being true. So let's check out this juicy rumor right now, shall we? So COD Warfare Forum says, rumor, Call of Duty is to be pulled from day one Game Pass release under Xbox restructure plans due to the leadership change. Change is rumored to be happening due to the massive amounts of money it has lost since the takeover of Activision. There will be other changes too, apparently. This for now is just a rumor, so take it how you want. Shipmaster says, if there's any truth to the COD removal from Game Pass leak that's going around on Twitter, I'ma cancel that shit if it's true. I went back and listened to my old Call of Duty videos, like my Modern Warfare 2 videos and my Vanguard videos, and in those videos, I'm still playing the games, and I'm kind of hopeful that things will change and get better, but I've realized now in the big 2026 that they pretty much never will. These companies don't have our best interest in mind, and things continue to get worse and worse across the board. The enshittification of everything in life, not just games, not just Call of Duty, but everything in life is reaching the breaking point, I think. And I think, if I could just give a little speech here, I am hopeful that we, as a whole, as a species on this planet, as human beings, can fight against this horrible shit that's happening in this particular decade. Greed is running rampant, and these companies are making terrible decision after terrible decision to try to milk us dry. Can we all collectively flip them the fucking bird and say, enough is enough, I'm not buying your bullshit, eat my asshole until it resembles a California raisin? Maybe not those exact words. Maybe we can paraphrase some things regarding California raisins, because I think those are copyrighted. But regardless, you get what I'm saying. We all need to band together in the next several years and just put our foot down and stop these companies from just nickel and diming us to death, because America as it stands in 2026, I'm sorry, and I love America, but we are a third world country and we don't even realize it. I have had enough of the enshittification of the entire world. It starts with Call of Duty. It ends with the fact that they don't even make Reese's peanut butter cups the same. You know, they've given us garbage ingredients to save a nickel and to improve shareholders' pockets, and that's just how everything is now, and I'm so sick of it. And I just reject it all. I don't know what needs to change, but I just know that I am going to call it out. I am going to not let up. If you thought I was mean a few years ago, wait until you hear me when Modern Warfare 4 drops this year. I will be just an inferno of hate and vitriol, and I do not care anymore, because they have earned every single bit of it. Guys, that is all the time I have in this particular video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like it and leave a comment, engage with the video. It helps it push it out into the algorithm. If you like what I had to say, subscribe as well if you would be so kind. And guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.